And I'm gonna give you 6 tips that I've learned over the past decade of doing this job that I think you're gonna wanna stick around and find out. Like, you're gonna wanna know what these are. There's a lot to say, oh my God. Okay, the first thing is I don't use inflatable beds. You don't want to be caught in a situation where, as a stager, a bed that has just deflated while the realtor was there. That's just not a pretty picture. It doesn't work for the realtor. It doesn't work for the homeowner. It's just not worth it to me, so I just don't do that. I just don't do it. What do I use in place of inflatable beds? I use box springs. Box springs cost a fraction of the cost of mattresses, and they're lighter and easier for movers to move around. The next secret is Febreze. I know. Febreze has many uses as a stager. It can make a space that has not been properly cleaned and may have a little bit of a residual of something not so pleasant. It can make it more pleasant. That's number one. Number two, it actually serves as a de-wrinkler. I know. If you don't have enough time to steam something, spray Febreze on it, like bed skirts, like on the end of it, like the areas where it's going to be like, they're going to take pictures. You spray the Febreze, or you do the duvet cover. The duvet cover is really wrinkly. You just put it on, spray some Febreze, use your hands. When it dries, perfect. It smells good and it gets rid of wrinkles. The next secret, furniture markers. Not a lot of people know what furniture markers are. I mean, some people do, some people don't. So the furniture gets like moved around and scuffed up a little bit, and when you're a stager, this is gonna happen. Your furniture gets moved around a lot. Like, I try to wrap my stuff so it never gets like marked up, but it's gonna get marked up, especially if you're in an emergency, or you have to move something really quickly and it doesn't get a chance to get wrapped up, or it's just covered with a blanket, whatever. I mean, there are a million reasons why your furniture can get scuffed up, or if you're a homeowner, why your furniture is scuffed up. It could be anything. But furniture markers can fill in the little tiny scratches, marks. There's markers, and then there's crayons. The crayons actually have wax, which actually fills in really deep scratches really well. It just makes it so when everything is cleaned up, it can at least look like it's almost like perfect. You know what I mean? So furniture markers and furniture crayons. That's secret number 3. So yeah. Number 4, this has to do with rugs. As a stager, like people wonder, like, okay, you put the rug in there and it's always perfectly flat for some reason. How do you do that as a stager? Well, that's because I roll my rugs with the decoration facing outward. There's a reason for that. The reason for that is because when you roll it out, the rug, the side of the rug that has the decoration is already going to be pointed downward. So it's easy to flatten it. If you roll the rug the other way, where the decoration is inside the roll, and you're like looking at the mat side, of the rug, then when you lay the rug out, it's going to be sticking up like this. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about when I say this, right? In order to make your rugs where they're automatically going to face this way, and it's easier for them to like relax into the ground and be flat, you have to roll them with the design facing out. It's logistical. That's number 1. And number 2, it's because as a stager, when I'm picking inventory, I want to see what the design is on the outside of the rug, right? I want to know what the heck I'm looking at. If the rug is rolled like with the design on the inside, I don't know what the heck I'm picking when I'm picking for a house. So I tend to make sure, no, I don't tend. I make sure that my rugs are rolled all the time, even when we're doing pickups, no matter what. I tell the movers, no, flip the rug over and roll it so that the design is on the outside so I can see what I'm looking at. I don't even know if I should tell you guys this. I'm spilling the beans right now. Oh my God. I don't even know. But anyway, yes. So number 5, I live in Los Angeles, and that means that a lot of people live in condos. I mean, because, you know, it's like not the cheapest place to live. So some people live in condos, and the condos are like $1 million. But a lot of problems that I've run into is HOA rules. Make sure, homeowner, I'm talking to you, homeowner, and I'm talking to you, potential home stager. Please make sure that you know the HOA rules before you stage the space. Homeowner, before your stager gets in, make sure you give them the HOA rules before they get in there. I work a lot in Beverly Hills. In Beverly Hills, you have to have a permit for a truck to park in front of a house on one of the major streets. You know, like it could be Camden Drive or Rodeo, like we're talking about on the other side of Wilshire. Okay, I'm getting too much into details. Get your people the permits that they need. Make sure you know the HOA rules of moving in and out of your building. There could be hour restrictions, like, you know, what time you can move in or not, or what area you can move in. Like, I've had buildings where you can't go through the front door, even though the condo is literally located next to the front entrance. They're like, no, you have to go through the garage and the back alley and blah, blah, blah. You have to take this whole convoluted way to get through. Once we know that information, it goes a lot smoother. Okay, this one is Magic Eraser. Yep, Magic Eraser is number 6. It's just the best thing that ever happened to the world. You can get rid of scuffs and marks on the wall when there's a move and there's just like a little scuff and it leaves just like maybe a little bit of furniture varnish on a wall. Or if you have a really white couch and some mover's dark, like dirty gloves or finger gets on it, you just scuff it out with the magic erasers, guys. Okay? A lot of our problems can be solved with a magic eraser. That's the 6 secrets. You know, like there's more, but you know, it's proprietary. I can't tell you all that stuff. Now we're gonna get into the promo video that I did for this house in Marina del Rey.